Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're gonna random again. Okay, I'm glad I didn't get Isaac again. It's recorded like 12 hours after I recorded the last episode. I'm feeling a lot better. It's amazing what one good sleep could make, but I still just want to random a little bit. We'll get back into like the universal item pool stuff, and you know, we'll see what happens after that. Everyone is always clamoring for the return of challenge runs, and I don't disagree. But I kind of want to wait a little while for a bunch to recharge, because at the end of it, that like challenge run era of the Binding of Isaac Let's Play, I was getting these challenge runs that were kind of like, hey, do like a vanilla run, but you can only talk in a funny voice, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I mean, I guess I did that yesterday twice, but there are some creative ones that are coming out as well, and I'm sure in Rebirth, you know, there's going to be a lot of synergies that are going to make that substantially more viable and interesting and novel than it already is. But anyway, that's where that stands right now. So Maggie is like the vanilla-ist of vanilla runs, except it's like a vanilla run with a little bit of an advantage to it. I didn't mean to pick that up just yet, but it probably won't make a difference, because we have the ability to generate our own red hearts to a very small extent. But we will be looking to get rid of this yum heart as soon as possible. Very surprised to find that there was no... Oh, well, we will be getting rid of the yum heart as soon as possible. Very surprised to find that there was no money there, was what I was going to say. Alright, so we're fighting the horseman. And here's another question, a mechanics question for those of you who are, you know, on the BizSnap train of thought. The BizSnap tech tree of the Binding of Isaac. When you fight a boss that has the ability to show up on multiple floors, and he shows up on an early floor, does he show up, and then, you know, he, she, it's is basically what I'm getting at here. Do they show up with less HP proportional to the floor that you meet them on, or do they have the same HP no matter what floor you meet them on? Because that's kind of interesting to me, because you see this happen all the time, and it always feels like the horseman is not necessarily difficult to begin with, but it feels like they're even easier on a floor like this. But maybe that's just my own coping mechanism. Please stop doing that move. Like, that move is very frustrating to actually deal with. So if you could just shoot some bullets at me like famine would, or greed would, then I can just get out of the way. Not famine. And there we go. Fantastic. We'll take the pony, because why wouldn't we take the pony? We can fly, and it's better than Yum Heart. The active effect, you know, at this point in the game, is it worthless? No, but it's certainly not very good. But it's something we can use to do damage to some asshole enemies, at least. But a pretty good first floor. Toothpick and the ability to fly. But, of course, I am looking to get rid of this ability to fly at some point in order to pick up a passive ability to fly and, you know, create space for another spacebar item. Creates some kind of interesting decisions that could be happening, shall we say. Because now I have to decide if I come across a good spacebar item, that if I had the passive ability to fly would be substantially better than the pony, will I give it up? And the answer is, I don't know yet. Maybe. Why you gotta, you know, be asking me all these questions right now. I'm trying to focus. So we have the lover's card, and that is why I'm investing a lot of my time down here into this blood bank. Which people have told me, people got mad at me. They're like, you know, if you bump into the blood bank twice very quickly, you can actually play it twice without taking damage. And I've seen that happen, and I've done it myself, but I can't seem to replicate it reliably here, which scares me. So there we go. That's what I was looking for, is something that would take us well above 15 cents. Ooh, and now we've instantly, like, kind of come toe-to-toe with that moment that I was talking about. Crystal Ball or Pony? I actually think Crystal Ball is probably a lot better. We also got Fly Love, which means we're basically done with this room, which kind of sucks, but oh well. I feel much slower again. Crystal Ball creates some good things for us, though. I don't know how to get to that secret room, because I don't want to pick that up either, because I want to go to the mob trap room here. Can I even bomb my way through an arcade to get to the secret room? I don't think so. And I can't remember if I can bomb my way through an item room, so I just am kind of shit out of luck for now. We'll see, though. So, destroy you. That key is extremely important. I'll probably use that to go to the shop. A speed upgrade is actually extremely important right now as well, because that is something that I was just expressing some annoyment about, being a little bit slower since I lost the pony. So, hang out in the middle a little bit. My damage is still really bad. It's weird because, like, the last time I played the game, I ended up beating Blue Baby. Unless I made some kind of horrible fever dream, or had some kind of horrible fever dream. And I remember fighting Monstro on, like, the Mom's Heart boss fight and just being like, wow, this guy's easy. And now, my next experience with him is just like, you know, this is a bit of a war of attrition. But we are only on the second floor of the game, so it's hard for me to be too mad about this. He'll be dead, like, right now. A couple more hits at best. And And then we'll deal with Larry Jr., and we'll probably fight one of those guys in the room at the end. The boss room as well. Or, you know, I guess there are other people we could fight, obviously. We could fight the Widow. That would be okay as well. We could fight Pin. That would be super easy. I guess it depends what's in our item room as well, because if we get something amazing in our item room, then it doesn't really matter who we fight. We could fight the Fallen. That would probably result in our death, and I'd be a little bit sad about that. So, destroy you. And now that you are destroyed, let's see what we get here. Another nickel, actually very useful. And I just realized that I said, what are we going to get from the item room? I don't mean that. I mean, what are we going to get from the shop? Compass, maybe? Book of Revelations. Very interesting. Well, it'll guarantee us a famine fight. Is that worth it? That's a good question. I think what I am going to do is buy another key. That'll allow me to go to the item room. And I won't buy another bomb yet. We'll just wait for one of those to show up. So I'm not buying Book of Revelations. I'm going to stick with the crystal ball, and the reason behind that is because it also gives me the compass. It doesn't always give me spirit hearts, but it usually will. And we have an hourglass in our item room, which is absolutely awful. Hourglass is in the item room, of course, the sequel to Angels in the Outfield. And we get a decent amount of money in here as well. We're up to 30 cents. But the shop and the item room did drain me of keys pretty easily there. Well, with 0 bombs and 0 keys, we go to fight the boss with our wits and our very basic attributes. Not even really concerned about the fire right now. Who are we fighting? Alright, so it is the Widow, and it's the Pink Widow, which is usually the easiest. Does Pink Widow create nubs? It was a question that I asked, hypothetically, because it was answered basically as I finished my little statement there. So we should be fine here. I almost don't even want to focus on the red nubs. The only reason I'm kind of keeping them down is so they don't fire too much more. Because I don't really have the opportunity to afford to lose any of my HP. So just want to keep them low and then have maybe the Widow jump on top of them. We really, really need some extra damage. A deal with the devil would be incredible. I don't even have red hearts to back up where my red hearts, like, capacity is right now. So I might as well just trade some of them away, and I'll get the added benefit of probably becoming a little bit more offensively viable. Well, there's some more red hearts now, isn't there? Well, we'll see what we get, because I could want to play that blood bank. Meat is a crazy good item that solves a couple of problems, or at least alleviates a couple of problems we had. And the nail is, it's just not good enough. As much as I would love to pick up the nail, it just kind of doesn't offer what I need, and what I would need is, you know, we've already had 3 spirit heart generating items that have showed up. The crystal ball is the best of them, I think, just because of the fact that it also gives us the compass. And I think they charge at the same rate, so it's not like an extraordinary difference either way. Alright, well, we're going to take a little bit of our health down to the next floor. I don't want to go down with a half heart and a spirit heart, because if we end up being on the catacombs, that could be really nasty. So we'll just make sure we walk on this in such a way that we get this. Blood bank didn't really pay out with too much except money, but that's okay. So Curse of the Lost means in all likelihood we're going to be dealing with quite a large floor here. That's okay. We'll just take it slow. We got meat. We got a little bit of a bonus to our HP by way of that, as well as a little bit of a bonus to our damage. Now to just not die, and dying on the 3rd floor when you have a decent number of red hearts as Maggie feels really weird because of, obviously, the fact that you start with the Yum Heart. Okay, very nearly took some pretty devastating damage there. These conga liners, I believe they do 1 full heart, which is stupid and crazy, because they're also kind of difficult to avoid, even though they travel in a straight line and telegraph where they're going from quite a distance. Now we can see the curse room, extremely tempting. Every other room, actually, extremely tempting. Every other, you know, not this room. This room's not tempting. And it's going to be real annoying. Please don't fire while I'm in the apex of the corners. Just keep holding it down, and, you know, if I'm able to swing around here and stop them from firing too much and keep them on, like, the same trajectory. Thank God we got that 1 speed upgrade, or I would have taken a lot of damage there. There we go. So whittle them down. There's 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, shut the front door. If I just get this one killed, I feel pretty good. Don't take damage now. Fantastic. That's what I was hoping for. You know, you work hard, you get a key. It's, I subscribe to the, you know, locksmith school of parenting. If you work hard, you get a key. If you don't work hard, then, I don't even know. What does a locksmith do that would be, like, clandestine and bad? Good question. Okay. Despite having meat, our damage is, like, really, really terrible. Is that true of Maggie always? Like, have I just never realized, really, or always forget that Maggie has terrible base damage? If so, I apologize. Because I was under the impression that she was basically the same as Isaac, just, you know, he or she was basically the same as Isaac, because the lore, I guess, is that, you know, Maggie is just Isaac being dressed up because his mom always wanted a girl. But anyway, worry about these guys now, not later. Okay, that was very close. Please tell me that the shop contains a key and a compass. Also the name of my favorite British pub, the Key and Compass, owned by Sir Edmund Macmillan, the Thane of Cawdor. You know what? Steam sale is actually pretty useful here too. And we'll buy the Spirit Heart as well, just to keep us alive a little bit longer. No key, but there is a key right here, so that's fine. And I actually am going to go to the item room before going to the boss room, because I really want to be able to see if there's a good offensive item in there. Otherwise, I may find myself in a pretty terrible position moving forward. I'm already woefully inadequate from a damage standpoint for the enemies that I'm going to be fighting. Empress is actually really good, but I'll probably end up using that sooner rather than later. Okay. Oh my god, no, okay. We're not doing that here. I'm not going to lose that much damage on this room. Well, I'm not going to feel good about it, at least, game. Now, just back it up. At least take out the spiders that are easy to take out. And the curse room is something I'll probably still go to, even though I did just take a pretty wide swath of damage there. So we got 2 Spirit Hearts, and we got the Unicorn Horn. Well, the way we'll deal with this is we'll take the Unicorn Horn in, and we'll open this up, and then we'll use the Unicorn Horn to get out. So that saved us like half of a red heart, which is not that worthwhile. But that's okay. So we'll pick up our Spirit Hearts again, and we'll move onwards. And please tell me that on the next floor it's the caves, because right now we have had the worst goddamn luck with item rooms. And well, you know, the Steam sale could end up being useful, but we're gonna need more keys to make it work. But the worst goddamn luck from item rooms: Hourglass, Unicorn Horn, Toothpicks is like sort of okay, I guess. If we had more damage, I guess it would be a little bit superior. That's pretty useful. That key will come in handy. And boss room items have not been amazing. Meat is really good, but it's not like the pony. How long did that last us? It didn't last us very long. We've had okay luck for other stuff, like getting Fly Love is fine. Do these guys hurt me if they run into me? They probably don't anymore, huh? Getting Fly Love is fine. Getting the Crystal Ball is fine. But let's see who we're fighting in our boss room. This is also pretty good luck. I am actually going to use the Empress card here. It's a little bit premature, but also I think it's going to put me in a position where I can finish this guy off without taking any damage. Maybe give me a better chance of getting a deal with the Angel, because I did pass up that last deal with the Devil, and I would very much like to have a good chance to pick up something that would make my day better. The Sacred Heart would really pick me up right now. Well, we didn't get that, but an HP upgrade was in the cards for us, which is fine. Now, on the Caves Part 2, I do feel a little bit more comfortable, but, you know, we can't go too many more floors without picking up damage upgrades and feel very confident about ourselves. I mean, there are pretty frequently, like, not that big of aberrations, runs where I could be at this point of the game, have substantially more damage than this, and substantially more health than this. It might take a little bit of good luck, like getting health up pills in the rotation or something like that, or, you know, good blood banks, but it's not out of the question, especially considering I started as Maggie. I'm not really, you know, blowing the doors off from a health standpoint. I've gotten 2 on 2 floors now. Sorry, 2 on 3 floors, which is probably, you know, roughly average. Please just murder some of these guys. But from a damage standpoint, I'm in a real rough spot, and that's the sore spot right now. Because this health can work if I can just get a little bit of extra damage to back it up. We got the Cancer Trinket. That's obviously extremely useful for us. Mom's Purse is now an incredibly viable item. Not that it isn't ever, but... or not that it isn't always, I guess I should say, but... especially when I already have one of the better trinkets in the game, as long as I'm still firing traditional tears and not like Mom's Knife or something like that. With Crystal Ball being ready. I'm gonna walk it into this room, and then use it, because it... oh, for some reason... I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that the Crystal Ball had, like, a little bit of a Necronomicon-style thing going on with it. I don't know what's up with Famine right now, if I broke him, because he just fired, like, 20 of those green bombs all at once, which is horrifying, but I'm still alive here, and that's cool. So if we just keep this going. This is like it's not the worst Isaac run I've ever had. That should be obvious. But it's one of the worst archetypes of Isaac runs I ever have. Like, no damage is just so boring. And I understand that there are people who would disagree and say like, oh, well, the most boring is when you pick up like a mom's knife right off the bat and it's just a guaranteed win. But seriously, don't you find it a little bit tedious when you end up in a situation like this where you just can't do any damage at all? And you know I'm gonna beat Pestilence. The only thing that matters is how much damage I'm gonna lose over the process. So there is some, you know, value in not just letting me steamroll him, but still. Good lord. Take forever with the order. Well, we are gonna get a first level cube of meat for all of our trouble here. I'm looking around at the map. It appears that it'll probably be impossible for us to get to that mob trap room, which is okay. That's not the end of the world. I will not pick up that red heart just in case we do have a good chance to get into that mob trap room. Again, it's very unlikely. You know what we should do? We should counterfeit Penny into the secret room, and then that'll give us even more money than usual. And I'm trying to think. Now I want the cancer trinket back, but unfortunately it teleported me into the wrong side of the room. The wrong side from my standpoint, anyway. Now, are we gonna fight greed? Probably yes. Yep, that one is pretty much just written in the cards. Would prefer to save my bomb if possible. It's possible that if I use my bomb, I wouldn't hit greed anyway, so it's not really the easiest value proposition to even go with, even though it would make my life a little bit easier if it landed. We're in a super weird spot because we are now, you know, I mean, we still have the item room. We have the key necessary to get to it, or get inside of it, I should say. But unfortunately, I do find myself in a position where we're going down to the 5th floor with basically the same damage that I've had since the 2nd floor, and that sucks. Well, we got another key, and our money situation is going to be totally fine. Counterfeit Penny did give us a little bit of a boost there. Not, nothing crazy, but still. And it will continue to right here as well. So that takes us up 3 cents for the price of 2. That was 6 cents for the price of 5, and another 1 cent for the price of 1. That's the real unsung hero of a deal right there. So, down and to the right. We pick up Cancer Trinket again. Incredibly useful when I'm not doing as much damage as I would like to be, but at least I am firing fairly frequently, like Donald Trump. I wonder if Donald Trump does fire on the regular. I always find it fucked up, and I know, like, it's weird, because I went home for Christmas. I hope I haven't gone over this tangent already. I went home for the Christmas holidays to my parents' house, and, you know, they watch a lot of TV. That's their preferred, like, information digestion medium of choice. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. And I was watching, like, some reality TV, because we don't really watch TV. We watch Netflix here, and, you know, well, just basically Netflix and stuff on, like, CBC.com, which is the Canadian broadcasting company. They play stuff. It's like an American NBC, but for Canada. Anyway, I was watching all these reality shows. Oh, this room sucks. It's amazing the prevalence of American reality shows and Canadian reality shows that are like 8 people desperate to make a living are fighting over a job. Like, that shit is crazy to me. There was a reality show and it was like, who's gonna be the next manager of this makeup store? And I'm like, it was not like, who's gonna, you know, it's not Willy Wonka, right? Who's gonna get past the reins of the company? It was like, you're gonna get promoted to general manager, like, 1 of 6 at this, you know, Upper East Side. Look, it probably wasn't Upper East Side, but anyway. That is crazy to me, what kind of, like, world we live in. Any job you win through a competition, you know, with some exception, obviously, I feel like is a little strange. It's like you shouldn't have to compete like that for a job. You should just go in for an interview. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm missing the point. That wouldn't be the first time for sure. This floor kind of continued to suck for us. I'm going to recaffeinate here for a second. Don't mind me. And we're on the Depths XL. This is like half good, but mostly terrible. Actually, is it even half good? I find myself questioning myself. The only reason this could be good, from my perspective, is because we could get everything we need to get done on a single floor. However, we're 1 key shy of where we'd want to be in order to unlock absolutely everything. You know, not even absolutely everything. Everything but golden chests. We will have 2 boss fights, one of which will be a little bit difficult at least. And we won't have any chance to get a deal with the devil unless I find the ability to teleport out of the mom fight. So I really feel like we're kind of like playing on borrowed time right now. As much as I am trying to sneak out a half-decent win here, we just don't really have enough damage to make it happen, and we're running out of time to get the damage to make it happen. I don't have the control over the RNG. Maybe this is my comeuppance, my penance for becoming Guppy many times, taking Mom's knife, etc., etc. But if we win this one, it's going to require a pretty big swing and pretty quickly. And it has taken forever just for us to get anywhere because of the very limited amount of damage I'm actually dealing. It's okay, though. We'll have a curse room, and yeah, you know what? At this point, I basically have to go to it. As much as I would love to be able to justify leaving, especially if I lose the Spirit Heart, there's really no reason for us not to go to it. And again, like, I'm not saying I want to be one-shotting the fetuses here. I mean, I do want to one-shot the fetuses, which, again, if my neighbors are listening, don't take that out of context. Landlady's probably not going to be too pleased. Spirit Heart and Guppy's Paw. Okay. Well, we're on the Depths XL. I think when in Rome, do as the Romans, right? So we're gonna go entirely on Spirit Hearts, and that actually gives me a pretty big boost because we have the Crystal Ball, and you know, having the Crystal Ball means that I will be able to generate Spirit Hearts with ease. If we get Whore Babylon, now Whore Babylon becomes useful. That's another kind of tangential benefit. You know, it's not an easy win. We could also become a little bit closer to becoming Guppy here, obviously. It's not an easy win, and there is something to be said. I'm only going to go fight the first boss. There's something to be said for, you know, if there's more HP, then I'm missing out on that because I'm going to be rolling with the Crystal Ball, but the Crystal Ball gives us the Spirit Heart. It's kind of like the engine that allows us to keep up this Spirit Heart momentum. So this is a very small bonus for us. Little Gish is also a pretty good pickup here once we actually beat Gish, which should only take 30 or 40 more years. So we'll keep this up. After this, we will get our Crystal Ball, which will allow me to find the item room and the shops, I should say. Well, actually, the opposite way. Find the item rooms and the shop, as well as the secret room. I still feel like when you have a map, it should show you the location of the second secret room. I guess, you know, there's something to be said from a balance standpoint, not that the game's always designed with that in mind, but something to be said for not showing you the second secret room, because it's basically like probably like a 40% chance of another HP upgrade on the floor. But you got the map, man. That makes the map way more useful. Or you got the world card on the floor. That makes the world card way more useful than it is right now. I don't know. Maybe if you get map and compass, it doesn't. But if you use a world card, it does. We'll see, I guess. So Crystal Ball, 2 of Hearts is now worthless. Might as well just pop that. And we'll take a look around here. Of course, the rooms are incredibly spread out. That much is just to be expected, I suppose. We'll put this bomb up here. Inside of the room, we get a little bit more money. Unlikely to ever be useful. And we're going to make our way over to that right kind of terminal of the screen. And I can't stress enough how desperately we need a damage upgrade. That can come in multiple forms, no question about that. But that damage upgrade has got to come out. This is like the best room of all time. The reason that, you know, you might have taken a look at that and been like, well, you're actually doing pretty well on that room. Why would you need a damage upgrade? On this floor, unless the shop contains Mom's purse, which I actually kind of don't even really want it to, we're gonna have to get rid of the cancer trinket. So, is that I don't think that's worth that bomb yet, just to get that pill, which may or may not be useful. Yeah, so I need to get rid of the cancer trinket. That's gonna be messed up, man. Oh, should not. I got greedy. I tried to hit 2 zombies instead of 1 and ended up kind of screwing myself there. Alright, so you guys should be trapped in the same kind of movement pattern, but you're not because the logic sometimes gets a little weird. I hope I actually finished that train of thought that I was on earlier. Once I get rid of the cancer trinket, it's going to drastically lower my DPS, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Oh, yeah. Is that the second floor in a row we fought Greed? That's so busted. I mean, it's not busted. I get why it happens, but it's so annoying, at least. You're dead, though, and that's cool. And I took damage, and I'm fine with that, because I'm basically self-flagellating at this point anyway. I guess we go right and down, and we're going to try to pull ourselves out of this hellhole. I'm trying to think where I went wrong on this run. Maybe I should have taken the nail, and would that have given me a better precedent to get deals with the devil in the future? That would have been worth it if I could pick up like a flying item and a item like the Mark of the Pact, I guess. It's our tarot card. Temperance. Totally useless for us now. Could change. Oh! I only got 1 out of that. I really thought I was going to get 3. It's okay, though. If you just jump down here one more time. There we go. This is a very important item room. Polyphemus, please God. Yeah, okay, well, here's what we'll do. Because I know I can still get Guppy's Paw, I might as well do, like, Temperance Game Kit. And it's so goddamn slow, but... One more. Alright, well, that didn't do much of anything for us. Now we have a very long trip to go to get to that item room. Like, 6 or 7 rooms, and... This is not looking very good. I have no reason to believe that we won't be able to beat Mom. That much seems... Maybe not an inevitability, but pretty likely. But I don't hold out very high hopes at all for us beating the womb, utero, or the chest. We'll see. So let's start moving over here, and you'll be killed. The chariot card is another thing that allows us to play a blood bank, or that blood bank, or we can just finish off a room more quickly, including boss rooms. So I think I'm going to save chariot for the mom fight, and I hate to do this because powerful cards are usually better saved for most difficult bosses. Not that mom's easy, I guess the most difficult boss we fought up to this point, in all likelihood. But, usually I would prefer to save this for, you know, like a Blue Baby or an Isaac fight, but I don't know if we're going to live that long. I would like to maximize our chances of living that long, and that's why I'm using the Chariot card when I'm going to use it. So, that is useless for us again. This is at least not chock full of enemies, and you know what? At least we're on the depths, which means that, you know, we come across big rooms like this. At least big for this area of the game. It's not so bad. You know, they take a little bit of damage, but this would be a huge item room, 10 bombs. Hugely disappointing item room is what I meant to say there. And, you know, I think we're basically just good to go here for this mom fight. I hate to do it, but I know there's like 20 rooms left here, but we gotta get through with this, and I think this is the best way. So, you know, how shitty were like almost all of the item rooms that we got? Like 5 out of 6 or something. No, 4 out of 6 were actives. And I didn't even take an active from them. But anyway, I'm going to recaffeinate before this mom fight. What I do not want is it to be an HP upgrade. A damage upgrade or a tears upgrade would be so much better. But we'll see. We don't have too much control over the matter, do we? So we pop the chariot, and we'll probably manage to do... Man, pop the chariot is such a funny phrase that I had never intended on. But anyway, we're gonna make this work. That didn't really do too much damage, but we're gonna be fine anyway. The bombs I'm gonna save for the Mom's Heart boss fight. It's a theoretical possibility that we can make it to Mom's Heart. It's not out of the question. It kind of depends on the floors that we run into and the enemies that we run into on those floors. I don't expect the bosses to be boss prohibitive, if that makes sense. I'm more proud of that pseudo joke than I should be. But what else is new? Okay, so, you know, I wish I can get a second chariot card, but that's fine. Also, I went to, like, almost every shop, and what did I get? I got Steam Sale, and I got a Book of Revelation Showed Up. I fought Greed twice. There were only 5 shops. I fought Greed twice, and I forget what else I picked up. But it couldn't have been too good. I did get Fly Love. Sign me up. That's huge. Lost 2 Spirit Hearts in this room already, and probably a 3rd during the explosion. Never know where to stand on that thing. That is not where you want to stand. It's an HP upgrade. Fantastic. Well, we take the Polaroid. We lose one of our highest damage dealing items. And then we go down and we use our... Well, we get the Spirit Heart. That's obvious. I think we bum rush the boss room. There's probably a case to be made for the curse room being valuable, but I don't know. The amount of HP I'll lose is going to be nuts. And it's not quickly replenished. This could be big. It still could kind of be big. Please, no health upgrades. Oh, no! Oh, these are not what I needed. So, we got a Tears downgrade, which is already like a kick in the fucking teeth because I already had a Tears downgrade. But, by getting rid of cancer, basically. But then, also, bombs are key, which is like more of a... Well, I guess I could trade back. I am going to trade back, actually. I'd rather have 1 key and 13 bombs right now. Because I'm going to need those bombs to live. And, to live on the mom fight, especially. And, well, we'll see what boss we fight on this floor. Maybe not especially. You never know what we would run into here on the Utero Part 1. Well, I guess, you know, literally you could know what we run into. Because it'll be the same enemies, or the same boss pool every single time. Look at this ridiculously low damage, man. Just holding the button down. We're on Utero 1. What did we pick up that gave us better damage? Meat. And that's it. We had a high rate of tears for a while. Now we do not. Not a health upgrade. Whatever. The Empress, that's important. We can still win on tarot cards, I guess. If somebody out there really, really likes us, we can make that happen. But I don't hold out very much hope at all. This is another room. These guys have like so low HP that their names are Han. But I still can't... Oh, yeah, that was to be expected, I guess. I still can't really get through them without taking damage. Who are we fighting? Loki. Double Loki, I am going to use the Empress card for because, you know, I'm basing my entire strategy now of getting Empress and Devil cards before each of the boss fights. So we might as well use it now so we don't waste it. And actually, that was pretty quick, but that's because I have the Empress card and I still took 2 hits. This is going to be very interesting to see if this actually puts us in a winning position. The coin purse is one of the better items we could get if those were not 3 tiers downgrade pills. Followed by a health upgrade pill, which basically ruins permanent Polaroid invincibility the next time I get some health. You know, I'm not going to say that this was a run where I was damned from the start. What I will say is that there was not a lot of tolerance for imperfection on this run. And it still might look like I'm okay, but with the bullshit I'm being force-fed on a regular basis here, and the speed or lack thereof at which I'm actually managing to make my way through these rooms, and the just utter insanity of my dubious luck so far, I don't hold out very much hope. Now, after we finish this room, I will be able to use Crystal Ball. That's our blessing in disguise. Well, not even in disguise. That is not our unsung hero. That is our sung hero. Crystal Ball is getting a triumph down the streets of Rome right now. Well, you know, Unicorn Horn whispers in his ear, remember, you are not immortal. Now, we're just gonna destroy Loki. The bomb flies should help if they would get back. Oh, right, I have Fly Love, which is why they're not moving very quickly. I was gonna be complaining about that for a while, but then decided that would be kind of an idiot. Looking at this room. How do you handle this? The strength card plays into my strategy. With 15 bombs, I can go down here where I have gone to the boss trap room in order to maybe pick up a good item and then bomb my way back through the secret room the other way. Actually, I guess there's no point for that. I'll just go back up the other way and then get to the boss room relatively quickly. We'll see what's in there. That's the whole point behind this, is that, you know, if you've only got Spirit Hearts, might as well try to make this work. SQUEEZY is actually probably worth my time. And because we're in the space that we're in, I just used the strength card, by the way, which is why I have more HP than I actually should. But I can now do some more damage and I'll survive, and hopefully I'll get more things that allow me to deal with enemies later. Man, what a slow burn here. Exceptionally unspeedy-like performance. And I blame myself, I blame the troll engine, I blame everyone involved in the production of this game. I blame everyone involved in my production, ancestors, you know, dating back thousands of years, bringing me to this moment. Great-great-great-great-grandfather, you know, extend the greats, obviously, but 10,000 years ago, hanging out with his wife in their little, like, hut in the middle of the jungle, and then someone comes in and tries to steal his food. He bashes him over the brains with a rock, cuts out his heart and eats it so that he and his family can have something to live for, and all so that I could be alive at this moment to be frustrated by a video game. Life is a beautiful thing. We don't know what this is. Alright, I don't know if that's bad. It's not as bad as some of the bad things we've gotten, so I'll take it. Oh, I've ruined my permanent Polaroid invincibility. I am a clever man. It's a pretty minor complaint, I think, but here, let's make it through here. I wanted to go back there and open up the secret room, but the troll bomb is kind of making that a little tricky, isn't it? You should call it a tricky bomb, because that's what it is. Now, if we just keep this going, we should be able to kill the brains, go to the curse room. I will sacrifice 2 spirit hearts, because I need more items. Oh, that's like really close to helping me become Guppy. But the crystal ball is still better. But this could happen now if we just become Guppy. We could lose and at least be... I would rather lose but do satisfying amounts of damage at this point than win and, you know, have it take the next 3 or 4 hours. Which is how I feel like it's going to be right now. Oh, yeah, that's poor damage. I'm losing... I'm just going to lose. I'm losing my win. That's where we are. You're losing me my jury. I'm not the best Gene Hackman. impersonator. I'm probably like top 5, but I'm not number 1. That's obviously Gene's, cut me some Gene slack, man. It's not the great name, but you know, it gets the job done. I'm kind of, and you know, this is pulling the curtain back a little bit, I'm kind of at a loss of things to say. I just got, you know, tobogganed by a few of those enemies. Completely unable to move, just being like slid around the entire map. Slid is one of those words that makes me really uncomfortable because it sounds kind of dirty. Should be slided. I know that sounds a little awkward, but I think it would be better. I guess I use this now, and we see what we get. Wheel of Fortune. Well, I guess we'll save that for the chest, because I have a feeling we're going to be going there. Probably in a chest of our own. You're going to open it up and find us. Look at this. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat the cathedral with the amount of damage that I'm dealing to these enemies. It's just inadequate to like an incredible degree. So we murder you and you and you, but then we'll see if we can manage to beat Mom's Heart. I do think we can beat Mom's Heart. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be annoying, actually, but we'll try to get it done regardless. I'm trying to think of, like, what I have good luck in on this run. I got good, like, weird tertiary items. Items that you would not normally look to actually be a source of power. Crystal Ball is one of them, and that's kind of about it. Little Gish is fine. We got a decent amount of HP. I got rid of it with Guppy's Paw, but that's not the game's fault. That wouldn't have put us in a better position right now. The Spirit Hearts probably allowed us to live twice as long as we would have. And that's about it. Our tiers got screwed. Our damage got screwed. We never really had the opportunity to get anything good from shops or item rooms, and that puts you in a position that is a very difficult game to win. Thank God we got another bomb there. We're gonna have to deal with Chubb, no question. Alright, maybe there's a small question. It seems like this is going, like, totally alright right now. This bomb will kill Duke of Flies for sure, and most of the flies that he spawned. And I have Fly Love, so this is Chubb, usually. Yep. And, okay, good. Continuously firing bombs means I can just get out of the way. So, I'm supposed to just move and shoot. Just move and shoot, man. Oh, that's bad damage. That would have been worse damage if I'd gotten hit, though, so I can take solace in that, I guess. Now, just dropping bombs. Anyone out there think I have any chance against Blue Baby right now? Especially with no more items coming. I think it's going to be really unlikely. Stop hitting my bombs away, you jerk. Now, just keep the Silkworm alive, and then you won't have to deal with any more enemies. He says he kills the Silkworm. Cool! Up to the next floor. And I stepped even on some creep as we did it. Let's get this over with, shall we? Sure, well, you know, why not? It's a golden chest. Maybe it'll save our run. Doesn't appear so. Should be able to kill Larry Jr. relatively easily. Remember, we have 3 bosses to go through. If I get hit twice, I'll die. That is not where I wanted to put that bomb. That is, though. At this point, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for, like, every room contains pyro, so I can just keep this up. Now, you will be gone. Who comes next? Is it Peep? I think it's Peep. I guess I should save 1 bomb. That's not Peep. This is Double Monstro. Double Monstro with one of them being kind of pulled out of sync is actually kind of annoying. But I think I can get out of here without taking damage. Oh, okay, well, I think I can get out of here without losing my life. We'll see. I think we've come to the end of my road here. It's so hard to judge the perspective on these shots sometimes. It's all just brain memory. That is the worst sentence I've ever said. It's all just brain memory. As opposed to the other kind of memory, you know, dick memory. It impedes us all on a regular basis. So, we'll destroy the monsters. I'm almost done here. Don't get hit. This is a big moment. We can just kill one mob. I think Cube of Meat actually killed him there. So we lived. Was there ever any doubt? Let's come down here and spend all of our money to barter for our lives. Oh, the Monstro 2 fight. So laborious. That's actually how 50 Cent's Candy Shop was supposed to start. You know, it starts like so seductive. It's supposed to start so laborious. So laborious. Laborious. She's so that girl. Anyway. Voice is a little bit better. Still getting a little Batman-y. But that's okay. It's getting cleared up. Is that a Modern Family episode yet? Like Rise of the Batman-y? I don't know. That sounds more like the name of a cartoon. Monstro 2, save me from this existential NY, you've got me stuck in here. Please just pass away so that one of us is leaving this room dead, all right? And neither of us is getting much further after that, so might as well just let it happen. If I just don't get hit ever again, I should have a pretty good chance to win this run. I don't even have enough keys to open the chest, even if I got there, though. Let's just begin our odyssey of death here. Our dance of our own demise. The tango of us becoming, you know, bereft of turgor pressure. Oh, this is the wrong way, too. And 2 Wheel of Fortune cards. I guess I could gamble on those and get bombs. Oh, sweet and gentle Jesus, please save me from myself. What is this? Let me have 9 lives. Okay, I'm not even picking up that money out of spite at this point. At least have enough respect to kill me, game. Oh, this'll do it. Yep, that's where it happens. As always, thank you for watching this Binding of Isaac run. I hope you enjoyed me slowly feeling like my sanity was being called into question. As always, if you did enjoy it, make sure to click the like button. It does help out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.